Okay, so this is a quick ghost story. I'm not even going to do an intro. So every week we're sharing ghost stories, whether from viewers, personal stories, everything. Instead of sticking them into our long life. Anyways, so this came from one of my best friend, and aside from Monica, I have more than one best friend. Anywho, so this was her personal story. So my friend Tiffany, there was this house in Taylor, Texas, way back in the day. It was 2-bedroom. Anyways, so I remember that house just because it would always start to sound like someone was walking down the hall. And that's how it started. Footsteps down the hall. Well, on this particular day, I had seen shadows and I hadn't said nothing to nobody. And then one day, we were kind of outside. The kids were asleep in this back room. And my friend went in to go get her some ice or drink or whatever. She goes in there. She hears the baby crying. She texts me, baby's crying. When she came out after we were all sitting down, she said, "Hey, I seen something like a shadowy." And I was like, that's so freaking crazy because I have been seeing stuff. So anyways, at this point, I had moved the kids into my room because they were small. They'd have their crib in the room with me, whatever. And so she had the back room. So I was out of town for the week. And I was like, hey, can, just house sit, hang out there. We basically lived there together. And my boyfriend at the time, he was sleeping in the room. Anyways, she heard someone, the back porch is right next to that window, so she heard someone just kind of stomping next to the window. And then she heard someone come in the back door. So she is kind of near the door, so she kind of peeks her head out, and she just hears, "Go to bed." And she's like, so what'd she do? She took her happy ass to bed. Just pretends like she was asleep, terrified the whole night. But later on, what's so crazy about this house, later on, I don't know, a couple weeks later, something around that time, I had been at the house by myself. The kids were asleep in the room. And I had heard something, again, walking down the hall. I saw somebody went into the bathroom, so I was like, who's there? Nobody's in there. All of a sudden, the dryer door starts opening and shut, opening and shut, opening and shut. About peed my pants. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I'm like, do I go get my friend who lives in the, out back in RV? I leave for